What's up, Ragin Nation? How y'all doing? This is Alex. You watching the Ragin Ronin review. In this video, I want to talk about trailers because we've just been bombarded with a lot of trailers in the past week. Just like the past 7 days, we just got like 7 trailers, and I want to do a little bit of a review for them. There wasn't really much of a reaction from me except for so, you don't need to watch me do that for, 2.5 minutes straight for a whole bunch of trailers. So let's just talk about these trailers that came out. In no particular order, we got this new 1-minute trailer for The Last Stand starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they're taking it back to the old school. This is just nothing but showcasing action and, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger being back in, of course, his first lead role since the Governor. All we see here is just a whole bunch of gunfire and just the protagonist and all the good guys getting all together, rounding up their forces, and then just a whole bunch of gunfire. So that was really cool. I love how they just took it back to the old school and just showed us a whole bunch of action scenes. Last Stand comes out on January 18th, 2013. The next trailer I want to talk about is the new Lone Ranger trailer, and this is produced by Jared Bruckheimer and directed by Gore Verbinski. And the first teaser trailer didn't really catch my attention. I never really followed the Lone Ranger when they had the TV show, but this trailer is a little bit different because this trailer gives you more of a bit of a backstory on the characters, and I found that really interesting because that way it gives us more of an idea of what the movie is about. And then on the last third of the trailer, that's when all the action happens. It just looks really exciting, and I'm officially sold on this movie, so I will be watching it. Originally, when I saw the first teaser trailer, I was thinking about how I felt when I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, the 4th one on Stranger Tides, and that just really didn't do anything for me. But this new trailer, it really left an impression on me. It just showed me how fun that this movie could be. So Lone Ranger comes out on July 3rd on Independence Day weekend 2013. Next up, we have Oblivion. This is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who's the director of Tron Legacy, starring Tom Cruise. And I didn't really get much of an idea of what this movie was about when I saw the trailer, but I was excited to see the trailer because just the whole concept of it was really interesting. I'm always into these science fiction futuristic movies. It appears that he goes down to Earth and then he just surveys the land. He just makes sure things are okay on the surface. I think that's what he does, and that's his job. And then they were talking about like this is his last run before he can go back and not have to do anything like this anymore. But then he encounters some indigenous people who reside on the surface, led by Morgan Freeman, and that was a bit of a surprise because I didn't know Morgan Freeman was even in this movie. And then because of that, I was pretty sold on the movie. It showcased a lot of really neat sci-fi action, a lot of rifle play or machine gun play. There's a lot of scenes where it involves that ship he's in, and then there's a lot of like aerial chase scenes. So that should be pretty exciting. Now, my final thoughts on that was that it looked interesting, but I didn't really get an idea of what the movie is really about. So I'm looking forward to the next trailer because this trailer didn't tell us a whole lot about it. But we do get a very brief glimpse of the aliens in the movie. Oblivion comes out on April 19, 2013, and it's available in IMAX. The next trailer I want to talk about is also a sci-fi movie, and it is After Earth, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it stars Will Smith and Jaden Smith. It's kind of like Oblivion, where the Earth is just like ravaged and nobody goes on it anymore because it's under quarantine. And the idea that I get is that Jaden Smith and Will Smith crash land on, the planet, and then the planet has evolved to defend itself against humans. So all the natural forces, whether it be like plants, trees, the land, and animals, they are hostile against humans. So they crash land on this planet and then they have to defend themselves. That's the general idea that I get. I'm pretty sure with M. Night Shyamalan, he's going to put some kind of spin twist at the end involving nature and how it got like that, how the planet got like that. And you know what? I just want to see a Will Smith movie. That's all I want to see. Will Smith always ends up in these really, really big sci-fi action movies, and I just want to see another one of these. And I don't care that it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan. I didn't bother to watch his last movie just because I was done with him. His last 3 movies were just pure garbage. If it weren't for Will Smith, I wouldn't be watching this movie. After Earth comes out on June 7th. Next up, we got the first teaser trailer for Star Trek Into Darkness. and it looks cool. It showcases a lot of action and destruction, and it looks pretty epic. The big question on this trailer is, who is the main villain? Like, nobody really knows who it is. A lot of people were thinking, are they gonna bring back Khan? Are they gonna do that? Some people are saying yes, and some people are saying no, it's gonna be an all-new villain. But apparently this new villain has the ability to really wreak a lot of havoc. That's the big thing about the trailer. The teaser trailer has a voiceover done by supposedly the film's main villain, and he mentions that he is ready to cause some serious destruction. So that looks really exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. It will be presented in IMAX 3D, and it comes out on May 17th, 2013. The next trailer I want to talk about is Man of Steel. Man of Steel is, of course, Zack Snyder's take on Superman, and is produced by Christopher Nolan. And I gotta say that this trailer is epic. This new trailer shows us a hell of a lot more than that teaser trailer, which showed Superman just flying upwards. This one shows a lot more. The first half is more of like a human kind of story. The second half just shows us, you know, we are watching a trailer for a Superman movie. And it is really, really epic looking. It is cool. It is awesome. And all of these other positive adjectives. But I can tell that when I'm watching it, it's got the visual style of a Zack Snyder movie. Like, I see his vision, but then it's got the tone of a Christopher Nolan movie. It feels like The Dark Knight, but then it also looks like Watchmen. So they really got a perfect blend of the two. Now I'm just hoping that the movie's not too totally, you know, washed out with the gray tones, you know, the color tones of the movie. I hope it's not like that, because, you know, Superman is like a symbol of hope. You know, when you think of a character like that, he brings hope to the people. So that should be more of like a bright and livening up and more brighter colors. So something tells me that the movie is going to be a lot darker than I imagined. But we'll see how it goes. I think that this movie should be pretty epic. And there's this one shot of General Zod, played by Michael Shannon, made famous by, you know, the character's made famous by Terrence Stamp. That was a cool shot. I mean, he was just turning around and he's in full costume, and it just looks really cool. And I can't wait to see General Zod and Superman go face off with each other. So that is really awesome. Man of Steel will be available in IMAX 3D on June 14th. Finally, the last movie trailer that I want to talk about is for G.I. Joe Retaliation. And this is kind of like an all-new trailer, but with old scenes blended with new scenes. And the reason why they did this, if you don't already know, is that Paramount got a little bit greedy. They were ready to release the movie, but then they felt that, you know what, all these other movies are making so much money off of the 3D, let's delay the release and release it in 3D. Now it's being released in March. But the teaser trailer shows a little bit more of Duke. I heard in one of the test screenings, a lot of the critics hated the fact that, well, they killed off the main character in the first movie. So apparently the reshoots were to bring back Duke's character, but I can't confirm that. I don't really know. You do see more of Duke in this trailer. Another thing you see a lot of is the vehicles. There's a huge emphasis on the vehicles. That is awesome, because G.I. Joe, it's all about the cool vehicles, and we see some really awesome looking vehicles that we kind of remember in the cartoons and as toys. It opens with the ninja sequence, which is just totally badass. That's the sequence that really blew my mind when I first saw the very first trailer. I gotta say that it does look amazing. I can't wait to see this movie. It will be available in 3D, not in IMAX, but just regular 3D on March 29th, 2013. So that's all I have to say in this video. This is a trailer review roundup video where I just talk about all the trailers that I just saw. Which was your favorite? I mean, we got Star Trek, Man of Steel, Oblivion, After Earth, Last Stand, G.I. Joe Retaliation, and Lone Ranger. Which was your favorite trailer? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd have to say that my favorite trailer was probably Man of Steel. I really loved the whole feel of it, and I loved how it made me feel when I watched it. It was totally epic. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, and also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex, and I'll see you next time. Peace. That's too bad. What else do I got in the world of news? We got Wolverine and X-Men Days of Future Past being released in 3D. The Wolverine